Hello, this is Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Fluid Art Studio, and that is a 16 by 20 inch canvas. I'm a Colourarte affiliate. We're going to use some Colourarte colors, Primary Elements, Prizm Pours, Purley Pigments, Vivid Intense. This is Frostbite, and I've decided that I want to have enough paint on my canvas before I use my spatula to coat the entire thing with paint so that I have a chance of making it cover. I kind of would like to do dots, but I think it would take me 45 minutes just to cover this thing with a neat layer of dots. But we'll find out. I'm going to use my lightest colors first. That was, like I said, Frostbite, Prizm Pour. This is Frosted Berry. I haven't done anything exactly like this before, and there might be a reason I shouldn't, but we'll find out when we find out together. The faster I am at laying it down, the more likely I am to be able to use it. And if it's in little pellets, little droplets, chances are it won't dry out as fast, so I'm happy about that. I don't expect it to be pink and blue, I can tell you now. This is Chantilly lace. That's a paint chip that's gone now. Yeah, the Chantilly lace I'd like to dribble, and it will leave a resist behind, so I might as well make a pattern. Even if it's a random squiggly pattern. There's so many ways to do fluid acrylic pouring. I like to think that I can come up with something new, but I'm sure there's nothing I'm sure everything's been done. So a variation on a theme is what I'm looking for. I'm not sure this is anything but dots as far as a theme goes. I have a Purley Pigments, yes, this is it, Dancing Fuchsia, that I added 20 drops to like 4.5 ounces of my pouring medium, and I'm looking forward to, and I picked a stiff bottle. Clever girl. I suspect this stuff is going to be really strong, but I don't know. So we'll go easy at first. Then I have some Royal Sapphire that is not open, but I bet I can get it open pretty quick. Yes, I like it when a plan comes together. That's the Royal Sapphire. I just mixed up a new batch of Indian Spice Gold. I'm thinking of grabbing some darker colors soon, but I want to make sure that the lighter colors are going to spread over the base layer as the base layer of the canvas color. I so wish I had not used this bottle because it is stiff. Now I have some orange crush, and I think that's going to go, in my opinion anyway, well. And pretty quick, I'm going to find out, because I don't want to wait too much longer. This is some sour lemon with orange crush in it, which feels like it's just about closed up. And I don't know what's coming next. I wish that wasn't. Do a little more down here. Alright. I want a red color, and I love, love, love the Rhapsody Rose, and as long as it's with some white, it should work out great. So I'll just do a little bit more of that. I don't think it's going to be that different, to tell you the truth. The Dancing Fuchsia reminds me of Pink Diamond. This is the Rhapsody Rose. I want some blue. I want some pale blue. What have I got for pale blue? I have Paynes Gray and Diamonds and Pearls. Maybe I'll use a little bit of that anyway. Paynes Gray, and I think there was a little something else in there. Paynes Gray, no, I guess not. That can be my dark, one of my darks. The rest are going to be, here's some Indigo Violet. No idea what's going to happen now. None at all. I want some African Violet, which I'm happy. I'm using upholstery tack, and sometimes they work well, and sometimes there's already enough of a built-up, dried-on layer inside the cone of paint so that I can't necessarily count on it coming out very well. What else do I have? I have WaterLily. WaterLily is a primary Prizm pour. I think that's going to go really well. Really well. I don't want to overdose. I don't want to put too much paint down because I don't know what I'll be scraping off, which reminds me, here's my scrape dish. Plastic came from Michael's a long time ago. They don't sell them anymore as far as I know. Let me know if you've seen them again because I'd like to have some more clean new ones. But in the meantime, I grabbed these from the church resale shop. St. Vincent's in Florida is a great place to shop. Alright, so I'm going to use some shiny taffeta before it's too late. Because any light colors I put on the canvas are probably going to be dominant until I cover them with a darker color. And I don't know, the lines may stay. I wanted to grab some Egyptian blue. I wanted periwinkle. I want everything all the time. Come on out. That's got a chunk of paint dried to its tip. I think we might get a little, whoop, there we go. We might get a little green. So before I go on, let me grab the periwinkle because it's another light color. And I think it's a Vivid Intense. This might be my periwinkle that I made to look like periwinkle. Where's the original periwinkle? It doesn't seem to be apparent. I know it's here somewhere. We'll try this anyway. This is the color periwinkle, as I matched it up pretty well. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I've been thinking about green, but I get nervous mixing green with other colors. Until I'm ready to put green down, I'm not going to worry about it. So whatever I'm doing here, I'm going to try and get to the edge of the canvas. Lines and dots, and who knows how far my paint colors will go. I'm trying to keep the oranges and the yellows away from what I started with. Segregate them. Figuring no matter what my first layer is, if I don't like everything about it, which I don't expect to, honestly, I'll come back and do something else to it in the future. Quite probably after it's dry. See, the color that I'm dragging down from above is traveling over and mixing with the lighter colors, the pale colors, the Chantilly lace and the Indian spice. And I'm hoping there's enough. Definitely almost have enough. So I'll try and steal a little something from somewhere else and mix those colors up. Because it's like each different section is sort of like having a new color palette on the canvas. Which which is why I was very interested in trying this. I'm not sure that there's enough color down here. So we'll just go for some more orange. Stop turning. And maybe another little bit of sour lemon. And then I can do anything I want on top of this. I don't really want to have gaps that I have to stick my finger in to fill, but it's not impossible. It just really helps if the paint is heavy, and with a spatula it's not always as heavy as you need it to be. Unless you have enough paint on to begin with. That's why I'm trying so hard. But that just spoke to me of Midnight Shadow. But it's too late to put it in there now, isn't it? Maybe it's not. And my turntable has been, I balanced my turntable so it stopped misbehaving for a while. And evidently it's back to feeling naughty, for lack of a better word. Don't mind using a little bit of my residual paint that's left in my spatula and pulling it into different areas. I can also, if the canvas was primed with a layer of white that makes it, like Artist Loft will make it slippery. I'm paying attention to what's here. This is not a bad start, I think. I want to be really careful about what's on my spatula and only put it in places I really want it to go. But I do like the effect of the colors crossing over each other. So long as you're gentle, you won't immediately make mud. I don't want to make mud. I do want some of this color in here though. In which case it looks like I have to add it. This color is the Dancing Fuchsia Purley Pigments. I might put it everywhere. Matter of fact, there's a really good chance of that. You gotta do what you gotta do while it's wet. And I don't know what it's gonna look like because it's really and truly the first time I've used it. And you gotta be careful of the pressure that you use with your spatula because it will dig down to canvas. Just like that, right through all the layers of paint. Especially since the first layers, it's not canvas, it's Chantilly lace. A little bit of mixed color like that doesn't really hurt my feelings. I am going to clean my spatula off. Actually, I'm going to dip my rag into my paint water because it wasn't wet. Now maybe I'll get brazen after this, and if it's not too sticky, we'll go ahead and add some other colors. Just love all these colors. You have to limit the number of times that you're willing to go over with a spatula, but if you don't have enough paint, it's sort of a problem because then you have to stick your finger in the gaps. That's kind of fun. So I'm putting a fair amount of pressure on the spatula, trying to force the paint color down into the gaps I see. I could come back to this tomorrow, or I could try some stuff today and I'm here, so why don't I just go for it. That was Orange Crush. I'm going to do a little bit more Dancing Fuchsia. Saffron. I'm thinking maybe some Big Apple is going to come into this. Some more of that, excuse me, Indigo Violet. I never did use the green and I really need to. Alright, I've got beautiful colors on my spatula. Where are they going to go? I think I'm going to pull out some jasmine and see what the deal is. I like the Rhapsody Rose. I can tell that's Rhapsody Rose up there. And jasmine is nice and strong. Usually. Could come back from anything. I'm not sure where to go from here. I don't want to get rid of the paint on my spatula unless it's on the canvas. Alright, I just need to think about this for a second and shake up my Fandango so I don't have any of that fluid. And maybe it's just really time to consider the next stage. Yes, I did. I just put my spatula right in there. I've got a lump of paint on my thumb. I should not be surprised about that. Well, that worked out way better than I was expecting. That was a pleasant surprise, if ever there was one. I'm just going to keep doing it too. Alright, I've got a minute to keep working. And then I'll have to decide if this is stage one or done. I really like the little skipping motion of that. Oh, and I got a spare dot. Yeah, I'm not too worried about that. I'm liking all of that. I'm not sure what to do now because I have the opportunity to go on or to stop. I'm going to try some Tuscan Sun if it's open, and it is. Yeah, I like that down here. More rainbow paintings. Alright, so I'm going to go turn the other studio light on and be back in a second because I'm not done playing with this yet. And then we'll decide after that what to do. I think there's going to be some more Rhapsody Rose. Love these colors. Love, love, love. That was more of the Dancing Fuchsia. Get rid of the rest of my green. Right on that little schmutzy spot. Alright. I wonder, I could probably shimmer that at you, but I'm not going to yet. I need to tap. fill in the gap that I just pulled up. I'm going to clean my spatula too. Alright. Okay, so it's time to decide to play or not to play. And I want to play. I need a fresh spatula, and I'm going to grab my smaller one. And I'm just going to put colors where I want. And maybe I'll pull on them, and maybe I'll leave them as they are. And I want to wipe off in between. I've been thinking about putting a little bit of the African Violet that should be right in front of me. There it is. I got it. Whoops. We almost had more than we bargained for. I think that this would work equally, if not more. I think it might work better if I wasn't doing this wet into wet. But since I want to try it, I have to try it someday, so this might as well be the day. There's a grit of sand. And anytime, like I said, anytime there's a white spot, it's bound to be exposing Chantilly lace or Frostbite. Or anything light colored. Yes, I'm going to keep doing that. I guess I'm going to do it right there where I just decided to exhale some paint. My bottle is almost clogged, so it's not letting out a lot. More than I thought, though. I'm trying to be conscientious about how sticky the paint is. And don't ask me why I wanted that purple up there, but I did. I'm not sure how much of anything else I need. I'm thinking some of the Royal Sapphire with that Fandango, because I love these two together. Let's just go use it enough so that I can put it somewhere else if I want to. I do have to remember I can carve right down through my paint. I could scrape all kinds of things away. I'm kind of really liking this. I'm not a dig it kind of girl, but I almost said I'm really digging this. I guess now I am. Now what else can I put in there? And why is that chunk of whatever it is hanging out? Come out there. Don't want you in there. Kind of curious as to see what a little bit of frosted berry would look like added on top. But by the same token, I also want to mix it with some of this new color. And that's not bothering me. Kind of want to do the same thing right there. I think I'm going to add a little more orange so I don't lose it completely. don't think I have any of my gold left. That was a lot of paint. Maybe I'll move some of it somewhere else. That didn't work too badly. I got water lily again. That was more frosted berry. I'm always nervous I'm going to ruin something. But I think I'm going to call it done pretty quick, at least for today, and maybe for tomorrow. I want some more sour lemon right in there. I got a couple little gaps. I really want to put some Chantilly lace down on top and see what would happen. But I like the, it's a watercolor effect, it really is, at least for me. Take the rest of that paint, put it right on that edge. I'm used to doing these geometrics recently, and I always wipe my spatula off on the edge, and I don't know if I can get away with it here. I'm going to try. Hopefully I don't ruin anything that's cool. But I did kind of cover my edge. This might require a frame if I don't put enough paint on the edge. Just pull it in, pull it right into the painting. That's kind of fun. I'm thinking Midnight Shadow for some reason, still. I kind of want to put some texture in there, but everything is dependent on how much I want to keep what I have and whether I'm willing to go for it tomorrow. And I do occasionally think, wouldn't it be cool to add some dots and see how that looks? And my original intention was not to do that, but I kind of like it. I think I want to grab the jasmine again. Now what do I do with them? Put some Chantilly lace in there. That's French silk. Where's the Chantilly lace? I keep hiding things on myself right in front of my face. I'm thinking up here I want something lighter. And I've got shiny taffeta, which I haven't used, and it's closed. Sometimes I can pinch the top, get a little something out. Alright. Not alright. Not yet. I'm still being called Periwinkle. I wonder where my original bottle of Periwinkle is. It's bound to be right here somewhere. Do I want that anywhere else? I kind of do. I know it's always kind of risky using the residuals on your spatula, but more often than not, I really appreciate having taken the risk. Because they can decide to do something spontaneously I just can't seem to get myself to do. Just to add a lot of interest, like in that area is gorgeous now. And I like the weird shapes down here now. I think they add something. Just take my time and look at what I'm doing. Decide if I've done something good or bad and try and alter my course if necessary. Where is my Frostbite? For some reason I've been called to adding a line down there, which I kind of like a lot. I've got my Indigo Violet. This is getting really neat. I have a lot of bottles to close up. I need to do something with that. Okay, I need that paint. More jasmine, hopefully. I'm going to be stuck with a spot. Still a little paint. That little bit of green's not hurting my feelings at all. Thinking a little more Royal Sapphire in the green. Maybe a little more Fandango in the Royal Sapphire. I like to think that if I make a real big bad mistake that I could probably still rescue myself. I see I didn't do anything with that sour. That was Tuscan Sun, excuse me. Well, that's a ball. I just love doing this. I hope you join me again. I posted 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I don't always do things that I'm the only one that can do. But I definitely suggest playing with your paint. And I'm pretty happy, and I've got time to shimmer this at you, I hope. And I wish my turntable had stopped turning. Do I want one more? Yeah, I think I want one more. A little bit, maybe two. Little dots, maybe three. Three, 7, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It kind of looks like an uneven number. I know I threatened to shimmer that at you. Instead, I dug a little groove down the canvas with my spatula edge, which I should not have done. And hopefully I can undo. I've got one spot. And if I had a lot of spots, it would be different, but I've got one spot. I'm going to wipe off my spatula and see if I can use a little bit of pink. I know I said I was done, but I do that a lot. A little tiny dot more Tuscan sun too. I really liked what was there. I hope I didn't ruin anything. All right, that's my time being up. And hopefully this will stop turning. Why would it stop turning? All right, it's different. Let's see if I can do a shimmer. I have a lot of lights on in here. Come on. I'm going to have to try and turn some lights off. So, what I haven't told you is I have 32 playlists with 100 videos on them each, and maybe 33 by now. Oh, that's cool. That doesn't look like anything else. That's cool. It took a while. I don't know if anybody did ever try anything like that, but I did. You could. Why not? I'll look for little places. And if I decide I want to do something tomorrow, other than grab little strands of things that do not belong. Come on out. Thank you. And use it as a paintbrush before I go. So where was I? Please give me thumbs up when you share my videos. You help me out. When you watch them longer, it's the only thing the YouTube algorithm is responding to these days. And I want to thank all my members for keeping my channel alive. Thank you for helping me with art supplies so that I can continue to bring tutorials to everyone. I'm sure that your helping me out is very appreciated. I know I do. So there's over 200 members only library videos. And thank you very much to those of you who occasionally use PayPal donation function. It's on my link tree, along with a couple of websites, Pinterest, Instagram, Twitter links. Everything you see that I create is reproducible at someplace like Fine Art America, Pixels.com, Society 6, or The Gallerist, which I really